The film begins aboard a train, where a former military officer named Colonel Douglas Mortimer is undercover as a priest, calmly reading a Bible. Before long, the ticket conductor approaches, and Mortimer asks when the train will arrive in Tucumcari. The conductor replies that the train will pass through that town in a few minutes but will not stop. Without hesitation, Mortimer stands and pulls the emergency brake, forcing the train to stop at Tucumcari.
Hey, mister, you just can't pull the emergency cord and...
Upon reaching the station, he notices a wanted poster offering a large reward for a man named Guy. Determined to capture him, he heads straight to a local bar and inquires with the bartender about Guy's whereabouts. The bartender hesitates, but under threat admits that Guy is upstairs. Mortimer promptly ascends and finds Guy in a room with a woman. He slips the wanted poster under the door as a warning. Panicked, Guy escapes through the window and flees on horseback. Even though Guy is already some distance away, Mortimer calmly retrieves his rifle and fires a precise shot at Guy, hitting his shoulder and causing him to fall from his horse. Mortimer then draws his pistol and with one precise shot, he shoots Guy in the forehead, ending his life instantly. After disposing of Guy, Mortimer goes to the sheriff's office in Tucumcari to claim the $1,000 reward. There, he sees a new wanted poster featuring baby Red Kavanaugh, with a higher bounty of $2,000. Interested, Mortimer asks about Kavanaugh's last known location. The sheriff informs him that Kavanaugh was last seen in White Rocks and mentions that a stranger named Monco is also hunting him. In White Rocks, Monco successfully tracks Kavanaugh hiding there. When Kavanaugh's men arrive to assist, Monco quickly dispatches them one by one and eventually kills Kavanaugh.
Alive or dead, it's your choice.
Let Red go. $2,000. It's a lot of money. Takes me 3 years to earn it.
Tell me, isn't the sheriff supposed to be courageous, loyal, and above all honest?
Yeah, that he is.
I think you people need a new sheriff.
Meanwhile, elsewhere, a ruthless bank robber named Elindio begins plotting his next move. Though he is serving time in prison, his gang members execute a plan to break him out. They storm the prison, kill the guards, and free Elindio.
You, come along.
Although they slaughter many guards, Elindio spares one man alive to deliver a message: anyone who dares oppose them will suffer the same fate. Soon after his escape, Elindio orders the murder of the wife and 8-month-old baby of Tommaso, a bounty hunter who once captured him. Despite Tommaso pleading for mercy, Elindio shows none. He then challenges Tommaso to a duel, but before the melody from his pocket watch finishes playing, Elindio shoots and kills Tommaso. This musical pocket watch is always used by Elindio before duels, promising he will not shoot until the music ends, but in reality, he always breaks that promise. After killing Tommaso, Elindio asks one of his men for a cigarette containing an addictive substance, which he uses to escape from the trauma haunting him. Elsewhere, Monco and Mortimer see a wanted poster of Elindio offering a $10,000 reward. They learn that Elindio and his gang are planning a major heist in the city of El Paso, where nearly $1 million are believed to be stored in a secret vault. They head there immediately. Upon arriving in El Paso, Monco observes members of Elindio's gang infiltrating the town. Meanwhile, Mortimer, who arrived earlier, deliberately provokes a gang member named Wild, sparking a confrontation. An enraged Wild attempts to attack Mortimer, but his companions restrain him. When Monco and Mortimer become aware of each other's presence, they realize they share the same goal. That night, they meet and showcase their shooting abilities. Impressed by each other's skill, they agree to collaborate. Monco declares he will pursue Elindio by any means and will not hesitate to eliminate anyone in his path. Mortimer proposes working together and splitting the bounty. Monco requests the $10,000 reward for Elindio, while Mortimer will take the portion for the other gang members, totaling $13,000. They begin planning. Mortimer instructs Monco to infiltrate Elindio's gang while he assists from the outside. Elindio, under the influence of the addictive substance, is revealed to be a man tormented by trauma. It is known that the musical pocket watch he carries once belonged to a woman who committed suicide after being raped by Elindio. That woman was married to a man Elindio had previously murdered. The memory haunts him relentlessly. Following Mortimer's advice, Monco frees one of Elindio's gang members from prison as proof of trust. Though initially suspicious, Elindio ultimately accepts Monco into his gang and shares details of the upcoming robbery. The next morning, Elindio sends Monco and several men to Santa Cruz as a diversion, while the real heist takes place elsewhere. However, Monco later shoots and kills the gang members accompanying him and immediately heads to the telegraph office to send a message stating that Elindio has robbed the bank. The operator initially refuses, claiming no gunshots were heard, but Monco forces him to send the telegram.
The bank is Santa Cruz!
Once the message is received, the sheriff heads straight to Santa Cruz, while Monco returns to El Paso to reunite with Mortimer. Elindio and his gang do not enter through the front, they break through a wall and successfully rob the vault while killing one guard. After the robbery, Monco intends to end the collaboration, but Mortimer persuades him to continue. To convince Elindio, Mortimer shoots Monco in the neck from behind, only slightly injuring him, to make it appear he is also a victim. Their next plan is to lure Elindio to a location north along the Rio Bravo. Some time later, Monco rejoins Elindio's gang. When questioned, he lies that everyone in Santa Cruz was killed except him. One gang member is suspicious since Monco is the only survivor, but Elindio accepts his excuse after seeing the wound on his neck. Monco then suggests they head south, but Elindio opts to go east toward a small town called Agua Caliente. Upon arrival, the local residents avoid contact. Elindio tests Monco's loyalty by ordering him to ride ahead of the group. Monco complies without hesitation. At the end of the road, he sees three cowboys preparing to confront him, but with calm precision he shoots apples from a tree to help a child reach one. Suddenly, Mortimer appears and does the same. Witnessing their uncanny accuracy, the three cowboys flee. Monco and Mortimer enter a bar, followed by Elindio and his gang. Inside, Wild recognizes Mortimer as the man who confronted him in El Paso and demands a duel. Mortimer, however, swiftly draws from under his sleeve and shoots Wild before he can react.
Stop it!
Mortimer then offers to open the vault without explosives, demanding $5,000 from Elindio. Though initially hesitant, Elindio agrees. Once the vault is opened, Elindio refuses to distribute the money. He instructs his right-hand man Nino to transfer the cash into a wooden chest locked by Elindio alone.
Right here.
That night, while everyone sleeps, Monco sneaks into the storage room and finds Mortimer already there. He had unlocked the chest, taken the money, and handed it off to Monco. Mortimer then relocks the chest to make it appear untouched. Unfortunately, Elindio had anticipated their betrayal and set a trap. As they descend from the rooftop, Elindio and his men lie in wait. Yet because the chest appears locked, Elindio cannot prove the theft. Nevertheless, he arrests them and orders Nino to guard them. Secretly, Nino steals a knife and kills the guard, then frees both bounty hunters.
Change our plans. It's not loaded. I think you should get out fast now. And listen, don't you let Indio find you both around.
A gang member named Cuchillo denies betraying them. Despite his defense, he is executed.
But I didn't kill him, Indio. I didn't do it.
Elindio falsely claims to the rest of the gang that Cuchillo was the traitor and orders them to pursue Monco and Mortimer. In reality, he plans to use them to eliminate his own gang members so he and Nino can keep all the stolen money. However, Groggy, a smarter gang member, discerns Elindio's deception. The next morning, Groggy kills Nino and confronts Elindio, demanding he open the chest. When Groggy finds it empty, he becomes enraged. Elindio attempts to persuade Groggy to align with him, but Monco and Mortimer are already ready. They systematically take down the remaining gang in the town streets. Meanwhile, Elindio, immersed in the memory of the woman who owned the pocket watch, is abruptly interrupted by Mortimer. As Mortimer aims at Groggy fleeing, Elindio shoots him from a window, causing Mortimer to drop his pistol. Elindio then activates his pocket watch as the duel signal. Unexpectedly, Monco appears, tossing an identical pocket watch playing the same melody into the air. Mortimer immediately realizes the truth. Monco hands Mortimer his pistol and sits down to witness the duel. When the melody ends, Mortimer swiftly pulls the trigger and fatally shoots Elindio.
Bravo.
He then retrieves the pocket watch. Monco returns it, stating that the woman in the photo was Mortimer's sister. With vengeance finally achieved, Mortimer relinquishes his entire reward to Monco and departs quietly. Shortly after, Monco loads all the bodies of Elindio's gang into a wagon. As he counts the total bounty, he notices a discrepancy of $27,000. It is then that he realizes Groggy is still alive and is preparing to retrieve it. Without hesitation, Monco shoots Groggy and takes the bag of money stuck in a tree. His intentions for that money remain ambiguous, but he is seen riding away on horseback while pulling the wagon full of the gang's corpses. In the end, crime always yields destruction, and wicked men inevitably eliminate each other. And thus concludes this story. From beyond the sound of gunfire and the scent of gunpowder, this film delivers a simple yet profound message: when the law can no longer be relied upon, justice often must be fought for in unconventional ways. This does not mean violence is the solution, but sometimes, in a world full of corruption, only those who dare to take risks can shake a stagnant order. Ultimately, it is not about who pulls the trigger fastest, but who remains steadfast defending truth, even if the world laughs at them. For in life, the price of justice may sometimes be paid in wounds, loss, even death. If you enjoyed this video, don't be shy, hit the like button, and if you disliked it, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. You should watch the full movie. Thank you very much for watching.